What is going on, online fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money Online Trainer podcast. This is the #1 show for online fitness coaches who are trying to grow a successful online business. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing the 4 habits that you need to have if you want to hit $10,000 a month as an online fitness coach. All right? This is fun. This is exciting. This is good. I like talking about success habits. I think this is like my favorite topic to discuss because frankly, I think that this it all comes down to this. Like if you guys can master what I'm talking about in this episode, like you're going to be successful. I fucking guarantee it. Now, before I get into today's episode, I want to talk about mindset. I want to talk about results. I want to talk about outcomes. I want to talk about failure. And I want to talk about why you're currently in the position that you're at right now in your life. So the first idea that I want to present to you guys is that the reason that you are where you are right now is because of your current level of knowledge. The reason that you are where you are right now is because of your current level of knowledge. Now, this concept is easy to illustrate when we look at somebody like a doctor, right? You look at somebody like a doctor and the doctor picks up a scalpel and he can solve the problem that's going on inside of you with the scalpel. He can perform surgery because of his current level of knowledge. Now, this concept is easily understood when we talk about like being a doctor or being a lawyer or something high level that requires a degree. But when it comes down to something like business, oftentimes we just accept our reality as it is without understanding the reason we have the results that we have in our business is because of our current level of knowledge. Would you guys agree with that? The reason that you are where you are right now is because of your current level of knowledge. Do I have you guys so far? Right? Does that make sense? So everything we have right now is a result of what we know. So every single result that we have in our business is a result of our current level of knowledge. And so if you're at $2,000 a month right now, the reason you're at $2,000 a month right now is because your current level of knowledge allows you to make $2,000 a month. If you're at $10,000 a month right now, the reason you're at $10,000 a month is because your current level of knowledge allows you to hit $10,000 a month, right? Does that make sense? You guys with me so far? Cool. So information is power because information gives us abilities to do things we weren't able to do before, right? And that's why, guys, that's why inside of my 10K Coaching Academy program, that's why students will come into my program with no social media experience. They'll learn from me and the other coaches. And within 2 to 3 months, they'll be at $10,000 a month. Like my client, Mariah Fontana. Mariah Fontana came to me. She was an in-person trainer. And she had all the knowledge to train people and get them amazing results. But when it came to growing a successful online business, she wasn't sure how. So she hired me and she hired the 10K Coaching Academy. She hired Cole. She hired Jeff. She hired Caleb. She hired Brady. She hired the community to help her grow a business. It's been 4 months. And in the last 4 months of Mariah learning new knowledge, she hit $10,000 a month. The only difference between Mariah 5 months ago and Mariah now is Mariah has a new set of skills that she developed because she learned new information. Are you guys with me so far? Does this make sense? You guys with me? So the reason that you are where you are right now is because of your current level of knowledge. So what does it take to get to $10,000 a month then? Like, what does it take? If it just takes knowledge, then why doesn't everybody do it? If it just takes knowledge, why the fuck doesn't everybody do it? Why doesn't everybody just if we have 130 students hit $10,000 a month, why doesn't every single one of my students just study the program, get to $10,000 a month, and then I'll have 1,000 out of 1,000? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Ready? Write this down. Discouragement is the devil. Write that down. Discouragement is the devil. I'm going to talk about adversity for a second. And if I have your guys' permission, I want to talk about adversity. I want to talk about why a lot of people don't acquire new knowledge. I want to talk about adversity. Do I have your permission to share some of my struggles with drugs? Because I want to be open with my own adversity. And I want to talk about how I perceive adversity and how I view adversity and why I don't get discouraged. Can I be open with you guys? Can I just share and get a little bit vulnerable and a little bit deep with my perception on adversity? So I don't know if I have your permission. Okay, cool. I got some permissions. Okay. So I don't know about you guys. I don't know how many of you guys have ever done drugs or dealt with a drug addiction or whatever. But I'm going to tell you what it feels like to do drugs and try to overcome an addiction. All right. When you have an addiction, when you're addicted to drugs, substances, alcohol, whatever it is, what ends up happening is you want to do it every single day. It's like you crave it nonstop. all you want to do is drugs. All you want to do is substances. All you want to do is like find the next way to get high. And then what happens is you end up consuming so many substances that you get your life into a place where you realize you're at rock bottom and you realize you need to make a change. And so you're like, okay, I'm going to change my life. And you have this like internal desire to change your life. But then every single part of your fucking physiology and every single part of your body still wants to do drugs, even though you know it completely fucked your life up. It's like every single part of you just wants to do substances. And then you're going through withdrawals and your family doesn't approve of you and your family thinks you're an addict and your family thinks you're a failure and you've stolen from your fucking friends and you're a liar and you're a thief. Like, that's a drug addiction, okay? That's fucking adversity. And that's why I don't get discouraged, because I've dealt with actual adversity, right? I know what actual adversity feels like. That's legit adversity. And a lot of you guys as online fitness coaches get discouraged and you get upset when you don't sign clients after 2 weeks of posting on social media. Like, are we fucking serious? Like, the reason I don't get discouraged is because I know what it's like to be a drug addict, like almost losing my life, like almost like going to jail or dying because of an addiction. And the reason that a lot of online coaches don't learn new information to grow their business is they get discouraged because they've been posting on social media for a month and they haven't signed clients yet. Like, guys, come on. That's weak. That's weak shit. That's a weak mentality. I'm going to call it what it is. And so if all you need to do is acquire new information, why don't a lot of people acquire more information? It's because people are way too easily discouraged. Like, you're discouraged because you've been posting on social media for 6 months and nobody's reaching out. What? That's it? That's why you're not learning, because you're discouraged because of one, like a lack of result for a week. That's what's stopping you from getting to the next level. Are we serious? That's what's stopping you. You could hit $10,000 a month. You could like build your dream life. You could fucking live in the place that you want to live. You could quit your job. You could be helping hundreds of people. And the reason you're not learning more on how to do that is because you're sad because you didn't get clients after a week or a month. That's not adversity. What are you talking about? Discouragement is the devil. And so if the reason that we are where we are right now is what we currently know, and all we need to do is learn more information, why don't we do it? Because we get fucking discouraged because of things that should not be discouraging us. Like, get hit by a car and your legs don't work, and that's adversity. Okay, now you can be discouraged for a little bit, right? That's what we're talking about. So a lot of you guys as online fitness coaches like need a wake-up call. All you need to do is acquire more information and execute, and you will get to the next level. But the reason you're not doing it is you get discouraged over things that are like minuscule on the grand scheme of your life. All right? So write this down. If you want to be successful, you got to stop complaining and bitching and moaning. If you want to be successful, you got to stop complaining and bitching and moaning. I'm going to fucking call it what it is. All right. So now let's get into it. So that's like, that's like the mindset behind like knowledge is like, you need more knowledge in order to get to the next level. But the reason that a lot of you guys don't acquire new knowledge is because you get discouraged with the lack of result. It's the same thing as when you get a client sign up for your weight loss program and it goes on for like a month, right? And they go on for a month and they only lose 2 pounds. And they're like, I only lost 2 pounds. This is so hard. It's not working. And you're looking at them. You're like, what are you fucking talking about? I've been working out for 6 years. All right. You're not going to get results overnight. So it's the same thing, guys. All right. So let's get into it. Here are the four things you need to do every single day if you want to hit $10,000 a month. Write these down. Here are the 4 things you need to do every single day if you want to hit $10,000 a month. And I call these habits for a specific reason. The reason I call them habits is they're things you need to do on a daily basis. They're not stuff. It's not stuff that you can do once and then forget about it. It's stuff that you need to do every single day. So what are the habits that we need to do every single day if we want to be successful in our coaching business? What are the habits? Number 1, write this down. Learn new information. Learn new information. If we can all agree that the level that we're currently at is a result of what we currently know, then we need to dedicate every single day to learning new information. Every single day, learning new information. And this can come in many forms, but I highly recommend hiring a mentor. And I know a good one. I think his name's Brian. I'm joking, but I'm serious. but learning new information. And this is not just like this isn't a pitch for my coaching, because even if you have another mentor, that's fine, but you need to be learning every single day. And if you're in the 10K Coaching Academy, you need to be watching a new video every single day. And just because you guys watch a video once doesn't mean you understand the information, because sometimes it takes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times of you consuming. Okay, funny story. I have a client in my mastermind right now. His name's Andrew Chow. Andrew, if you're listening to this, you're a G bro. We did a training in the 10K Academy with Eli Wild, who sold $12.7 million of sales for Tony Robbins in one day. Like, this guy is literally, if you know Tony Robbins, this is Tony Robbins' head sales coach of all time. So I got him to come into the academy and do a training. Andrew Chow watched Eli's training 30 times. He told me 30, because it was so good. And he wanted to absorb the information, that he was just like committed to like mastering everything Eli was saying. Andrew Chow, his sales is like, he's like 8 out of 10 on all of his sales calls, because he committed to learning every single day. And so the first habit that you need to embody if you want to be a successful online fitness coach that makes $10,000 a month is learning new information daily, on a daily basis. So Mariah, I talked about her in the podcast earlier. Not only is she committed and showing up in the 10K Coaching Academy, but she told me, she's like, I listen to your podcast every single morning. There was actually a day where my podcast editor, the one that helps me upload my episodes once they're done, he was sick, and Mariah messaged me and she's like, where's your podcast? She's like, I listen to it every morning, and I had to go to an older episode because the new one wasn't up like you said it was going to be. I was like, I'm sorry. It's like, I laughed. I was like, it's funny that you noticed that. Like, that means you're listening every single day. It's committing to learning new information, learn new data. So not only is Mariah in the 10K Coaching Academy, but she's also listening to my podcast so she can tune into anything that might be new, that might not be in the academy, that might not be a step-by-step process. So like, the academy is a step-by-step blueprint. And then sometimes on the podcast, I drop a nugget that goes with the blueprint, right? So she's learning new information every single day. Make sense? So that's habit number 1, learn new information every single day. Number 2, the second habit that every single online fitness coach needs to embody, and they need to do it every single day, is creating content. Guys, if you're not posting on social media daily, you don't exist. Literally. Not like physically in the real world, but if you want to grow, like, that'd be weird if you just like disappeared from your regular life. If you stop posting, that'd be kind of strange. But on social media, if I'm not posting, I don't exist on the digital landscape. Like, the digital landscape, like, I'm literally like, I'm in a bit, people will forget about you. And so if you want to be a successful online fitness coach, one of the keys to success is consistency. And I'm telling you, this is the thing. If you're an online coach and you really want to get to 10K, here's a secret. You ready? Not a lot of people can be consistent. So if you can get yourself to be consistent, you automatically become the top 10%. Not a lot of people can get themselves to be consistent. So if you can look at yourself in the mirror, you're going to be like, I'm going to be the one that's and I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the people that are hustlers. If you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, like, we're fucking going hard on social media for the next 90 days, and you can commit to it with the help of me or the 10K Academy, or even just like with yourself, if you can do that, I guarantee you your business is going to grow. But you need to make the commitment to be consistent, because so many people are consistent with their content when it's convenient, right? When they feel good. But it's like, consistency means, even if I feel like I would rather off myself than get out of bed, I'm going to get out of bed. I'm going to do the content that I said I was going to do, because I'm committed to growing my online business. So if you want to get to $10,000 a month, the second habit that you need to do every single day is you need to create valuable content. Now, there's 3 different types of content. I'm not going to get into that in this episode, because that's not what it's about. But I'm talking about being consistent with your habits. Now, guys, what's the definition of a habit? What's the definition of a habit? Somebody tell me. The definition of a habit. What is it? A habit is something that we do automatically. Curiosity. How many of you guys know what time I go live for my podcast? What time do I go live for my podcast? The reason that it's so easy for me to come on here at 10 a.m. PST every single day to record the episode is 10 a.m. PST is because I've conditioned my body and my mind that at 10 a.m. PST we go live. It's a habit. It's a habit. It's a ritual, right? And so if you can condition the habit into your schedule at a certain time, you create content. And guys, if you create content, I'm not saying that you have to go live every single day, but like, what if you wrote your post at the same time every single day, and then you posted at the same time every single day to give yourself the habit of online coaching, right? I'm going to assume that most of us go to the gym at the same time every day, right? Most of us figure out what time it works to go to the gym in our schedule, and then we go to the gym. Why don't we treat our online business with the same respect? Right? If you want to get to $10,000 a month, I highly recommend that you guys do that. So the second habit that you guys need every single day is you need to create content. Habit number 3, and this needs to be a daily thing, not when you feel like it, not when you're motivated, not after you listen to a B-Mark podcast. This needs to be a daily, I hope that one of you guys listens to what I'm saying and you actually embody this. I hope. The third habit that you need to do every single day is you need to generate leads. You need to generate leads. Like, you can't just be waiting for people to come to you. You can't just post on social media and then be afraid to message people who are engaging with your content. You can't just hope for applications. You can't just hope for DMs. You can't just hope for voters on your story. You can't just hope for that. You need to generate leads. And if you don't know how to generate leads, we have trainings on trainings on trainings on trainings inside of the 10K Coaching Academy. Like, there's dozens of trainings. And if you really don't know how to generate leads, even after watching the trainings, you can make a post in the community and we will help you generate leads. And guys, generating leads means performing activities that lead to more clients. And I recommend doing it at least twice per day, not just in the morning. Like, I would do a session in the morning and a session in the evening, 20 to 30 minutes at a time. But you need to be doing it every day. And when I'm saying generating leads, I mean starting conversations with people that could be interested in your service. Generate leads. You need to do it every day. What's the purpose of creating content if you're not going to engage with the people that are engaging with your content? Doesn't make sense. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I hope somebody implements this, because I'm giving you exactly what you need to do. Learn new information, create content every single day, generate leads every single day. And the fourth thing, and honestly, I think one of the most important, and the reason that my 10K Academy students stick around for such a long period of time, is client success. You need to take care of your clients every day. If you're an online fitness coach that only talks to your clients in your weekly check-ins, you are making a huge mistake. A big part of growing an online coaching business, a successful part of growing an online coaching business, is making sure that your clients get results. And you can't get your clients results. Well, you can actually, it's not impossible, but it's less likely that you're going to get clients that will want to stick around for 2 or 3 years if you're talking to them once a week. But if you can spend a little bit of time talking to your clients every single day and making sure that they feel heard every single day and making sure that they feel valued every single day, you're going to be successful. I'm going to give you guys a system to do this. Are you ready? I'd recommend doing like a timed interval in the morning and a timed interval at night. And guys, like, one of my fundamental beliefs is that the reason that I was able to, like, once I got to $10,000 a month as an online fitness coach and I stayed there, like, a lot of my clients were literally just like lifers. Like, I had like 30 clients that were like ride or die B-Mark that, like, I literally just would pay me on recurring revenue for like 3 years. And I didn't really have to lead gen or grow my business because I had all these clients. And that's why I was able to hire so many trainers to like work for me, because I already had my base of clients that were stuck with me, that wanted to stick with me for years. And then I kept getting new inquiries. I couldn't take any more clients on. So I started hiring trainers to work for me. And that's how my business grew. Do you understand what I'm saying to you guys? Right. And so I would recommend a timed interval. Just like a timed interval, you could do 30 minutes, you could do an hour. It doesn't really matter, but spending a certain timed interval every single day, getting back to your clients. All right. So 4 habits of clients that make $10,000 a month, 4 habits of online fitness coaches that make $10,000 a month. Number 1 is acquiring new information. You guys need to be learning new data every single day. The reason that you currently are where you are right now is a result of what you know. And so if you want to get a different life, if you want to make more money as an online fitness coach, you need to acquire new information. Like Mariah, who was an in-person trainer 5 months ago, and 5 months later, she's hitting $10,000 a month. The only difference is she learned all of the information inside of the 10K Academy. That's the only difference. And so she learned something new, and as a result, she's in a different place now. Number 2 is you need to create content every single day. On social media, if you don't post, you don't exist. Like, you need to be posting on social media to stay relevant in the eyes of your ideal client avatar. Number 3 is generate leads. Generating leads means that you're starting conversations, or you're creating like testimonials, or you're collecting testimonials that are leading to more content. So number 3 is generating leads. And number 4 is taking care of your clients. Spend 30 minutes to an hour engaging with your clients every single day, whether that's going into the trainer eyes, making sure that they hit all their workouts and congratulating the ones that did and giving the ones a kick on the ass that didn't. Maybe it's going in your Facebook messages and replying to any clients that have messaged you. Maybe it's going in your trainer eyes, replying to any clients that have messaged you. Maybe it's doing a live stream inside of your community, but spend time every single day communicating with your clients. Was this helpful? Guys, that's it. That's all. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Change Lives Make Money Online Trainer podcast, the #1 show for online fitness coaches who are trying to grow a successful online business. If you got value from today's episode, I want you to fucking implement. I don't want you to come here and tune into my live or listen to this podcast and say, thanks so much for the value, and then not do anything. So my question for you, online coach, is when I dropped these habits on you, my question for you is, what do you need the most? So like, what are you not doing right now? What are you not doing right now? Is it generating leads? Is it creating content? Is it you're not learning new information? Maybe you're forgetting about your clients. What are you not doing right now? What do you need to do more of? What do you need to do better? What do you need to do better? Let me know. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you. Hope you guys have the greatest day of your entire life, and I'll talk to you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.